Hello, everybody. Hope you're all well today. I suspect that the phrase cost of living crisis is starting to be loaded with all sorts of emotions for you at this time. So the last thing you probably want is me going on about it anymore. But the spring statement yesterday and the news fallout afterwards was an indication of how much attention there is going to be on every household cost whilst inflation continues to run so high, with predictions that we're not near the peak of it yet and it could continue to rise until the end of the year. And whilst government intervention and support for those on the lowest incomes is essential, companies are also going to have to show what they're doing to help those that are having to make difficult choices in their lives at a time when the squeeze is on business too. And for us in our niche market of schoolwear, the ways we can show we're being proactive whilst not reducing the overall positive impact that uniform has is going to be really important messaging for us all to get out there. I think it's always good to share reminders that we might feel, knowing the market so well, go without saying, about why quality school uniform is an economically rational choice. I think going right back to the choice even to have a uniform, to wear the same style of clothes every day means fewer clothes need to be purchased and owned overall. And to have a designated uniform means that more expensive versions can't be substituted. And then a key aspect of what you and we focus on within schoolwear is that better quality uniform rather than cheap alternatives means fewer replacements need to be purchased over time. And in a world of growing re-commerce, where we all need to be thinking re-uniform with David Luke, quality school uniform can much more easily go back into circulation and carries a higher residual value at the end of its first life. And as well as the attention there's going to be on people's household spend, there is likely to be a renewed interest in whether schools have complied with the new legislation, which many campaign groups believe will reduce the cost of uniforms for parents. So if your schools are going to be taking more heat over this, you need to be there to support them. Firstly, just ask us for our checklist tool that schools can use to assess what steps they need to take in order to show compliance with each part of the legislation. Secondly, you can share our re-uniform information and work with them to find a solution to bring second-hand provision within their schools. You can't just put a box in your shop. It has to be a fully immersed project that you've got going with them. Thirdly, you can reassure them that the commitment to quality school uniform has all the economic benefits that I outlined at the beginning, because again, these things don't go without saying. And next, you need to start gathering all the brilliant examples of the initiatives you operate that help those on the lowest incomes. I'm aware of layaway schemes, savings schemes, discount deals, school and local authority connections with retailers that provide that safety net support, and there are many, many more. And then you need to start getting really active on your local social media channels to share all that you do that's really positive and adds value to your community, schools and parents. And lastly, you must get yourself to the Schoolwear Association AGM next week. It's being held virtually on Teams, so it's not difficult to get there. And members can email, I think it's chair@schoolwearassociation.com to be sent the link. The Schoolwear Association are so active in engaging at the highest level in schools, organisations and government, and they have lots of support for you to, if you get local press inquiries or interest, whether that's wanted or unwanted press interest. And I know that so many of you are doing so many of these things already, and I'm really sorry if I sound in any way preachy or patronising about things you're the expert in. But I also know that many of you don't shout about all the good things you're doing and the helpful services you're providing, and might need a nudge to put yourself out there every so often. But on to what you can expect from us in the coming weeks. I'm thrilled to say we've got an upcoming series from Ryan with product information, giving you updates on key refinements and showing you how we put more into our garments, adding to that value and longevity. And Sam will be back with more Tender Academy and re-uniform support, which will be very timely as cost and value remain top of the agenda for a while to come. So keep in touch. Let us know if you'd like any of the tools that we've spoken about here. Otherwise, take care and I'll speak to you again soon.